All right, so JPA, we kind of opened up the show talking about the latest proposal. Major League Baseball and the Players Association continued negotiations for the modified 2020 season. Yesterday, the league delivered its latest proposal to the players. The league's proposal calls for 76 games in the regular season that would end on September 27th, with the postseason finishing up by the end of October, I believe October 31st, Halloween. Also included in the league's proposal, 75% prorated salaries, playoff pool money, and no MLB draft pick compensation for signing players. The league, of course, previously rejected the players' recent proposal of 114 games. So the players want to play more games because the prorated salary means more money. But they're breaking down this proposal, and it's basically the same cut in salary. It's all about a 65% cut in salary. That's why all these, all these baseball writers are saying they're not going to go for it. So at 76 games with a 75% prorated, it still works out to be you're making about 35% of your full salary. So maybe it's a little better than the previous offer, but not much. So I would expect the players to come back and counter that.
They will. They're going to figure it out, Lurch. But they're inching toward a middle ground here. I'm very confident. It's probably going to be a little shorter than we'd like, which will be annoying. Maybe it'll be like 60 games or something. But I'm confident they're going to do it. And if guys don't want to play, don't play.
I want baseball to come back, but if they play 50 games or 60 games, I mean, that's just so nubby.
It's an illegitimate season.
I mean, Max Scherzer's going to have like 5 starts.
Yeah. Well, and a terrible team could get hot.
I know.
And all of a sudden be in the playoffs. And
be kind of exciting.
Think about the first 50 games for the Nationals last year. They won the World Series. Yeah. They wouldn't make the playoffs at 1931.
Valdez owes a chance.
Right.
Might give him a fighting shot.
Right.
Yeah,
He might be all about it.
Well, there would be nothing special about it because the only reason the players would be playing now is because they're forced to play.
Right, because they don't want to miss whatever salary they can recoup.
Like this could have been a summer of like baseball bringing us back together, uniting us, and getting fired up, and they're just being dragged out there. They clearly don't want to play. The owners don't want to play. It's just
it's also a bad PR look too. I mean,
for both sides.
Remember, it was all about safety.
Right, of course.
It was never about safety. Yeah. I don't believe it was always about money. And now they're making that known. It's just about money. They don't really care about the safety issues, especially now that you're learning more about, these guys can just hang out and dap each other up and jump on each other and they'll be fine.
Of course. I still lean towards no season happening. It's Major League Baseball. They wanted to come back by 4th of July, not happening. I mean, a little more optimistic. I would still bet against it. I think they got like 2 or 3 more weeks, and they better get a deal done. Because I can't see them playing in November, December. What the hell are you going to do? We're running out of time.
No.
They're going to figure it out, buddy. They're going to figure it out. They know the pinch. They're doing the math. They're looking at the calendar. They're going to figure it out.
Well, they can figure it out, but the potential of let's say, 100-game season could quickly dwindle to 50.
Right, and the problem is there are a lot of players who can be perfectly fine without playing this season, come back next year, and there are a lot of owners that apparently don't mind bailing on a season.
Right, but I think they're going to figure it out. That's all I'm going to tell you. It sounds like they're getting closer to me.
But for every Trout and Scherzer, there's probably a dozen guys that are not making $30 million. Guys that are making, like 1.5 or 2.
Oh, yeah. It's 99% of the league not making that.
Need those checks.
Well, and beyond that, guys, they're playing baseball. They love baseball. They want to play. They're not just stone-cold businessmen. It's not like they're asking them to go out there and dig ditches. These guys love playing. So I just think they're going to, at the end of the day, they're going to choose
All right,
to
you're
play.
confident. I'm not as confident.
Yeah.